Hello everybody, welcome back. So we have a special guest today, Mr. Ghislain Lemire, CEO of Urbanimmersive. So Mr. Lemire, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for inviting me.
Excellent. So explain to our viewers, what is Urbanimmersive?
Yeah, Urbanimmersive is a digital media company specialized in the real estate industry. What we do basically, we offer a new advertising platform to our customer. Our customer are basically real estate agents and home builders. And our new, very innovative advertising platform combines the power of visual content, social interaction, and 3D web experience. And just to maybe give you a little bit more background on the solution itself, we need to start from scratch, knowing that on the real estate, the internet right now, the first selling tool is the visual content.
True.
So, you can't think about a real estate agent promoting a house for sales without using photos, videos, and so on. But when you take a closer look on the marketing strategy behind that, you realize quickly that visual content is a very passive marketing strategy in the sense that you can put a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, but at the end of the day, the real estate agents or the home builders are going to have to wait for calls. You're going to have to wait, that a home searchers like it enough to call and say, okay, I'm interested to visit this house. So what we want to do with our solution is to create more proactivity, more interaction between the vendors and the customers. So what we do with our technology, we create a 3D environment of a house for sales. It could be an existing house or it could be a future project. And we integrate social interaction on top of it. We use 3D avatars, a representation of ourselves inside a virtual environment. It's a little bit like, the gaming, when you play a multi-user game. So what it creates a real communication channel between the vendors and the customer. So you visit a home in 3D and suddenly you have the real estate agents coming at you and say, hey, can I help you? So it generates leads. So it's a way of being more proactive on the web for the real estate industry. And our goal with that, you understand that our technology, it's a technological platform. There's many ways we are monetizing it. But
that's what my next question. How do you monetize this technology?
So the way we monetize the solution is first, for sure, the visual content production. We don't have a choice. We're talking about 3D environments, so we need to create the environment, and the environment is the visual content itself. So if it's an existing house, we're going to create the environment using 2D still pictures, photograph, basically. So we're going to take a lot of pictures of an environment and we're going to build the environment. If it's a future project, we're going to use 3D artists and they're going to draw the environment. So this is the first line of revenue at Urbanimmersive, the visual content production. After that, there's a lot of things we can monetize, because imagine you're a real estate agent and you have like 30 listing home for sales on your website. You can't be behind your screen during the entire day waiting that visitor come and visit the 3D environment and then grab them. And so we're going to provide you, if you're a real estate agent, with very powerful features that will alert you depending of different filters. So, for example, if the customer the second time is visiting this house, you're going to receive a SMS saying there's an activity inside your home. You should be there and greeting the customer, answering his questions. So there's a lot of type of alerts that we're charging per month on a usage based. And I can imagine a traceability option. So we're just visiting a home virtually together. You want to trace up this customer. So if it's coming back into the home, you're going to have this alert. Another way we monetize per month also, it's through the visibility itself of the platform on the web. And on this, we have a nice result. I mean, all environment that we're doing, have a single HTTP link. I don't know if it's more technical for, it means it's basically a micro website itself. So it appears in Google search engine when you type house for sale, for example, of a home builder. So we want to monetize the visibility, what we call the SEO, search engine optimization. Anyway, so there's a lot of things that we're monetizing on the monthly subscriptions, and basically it's all technology, so the gross margin on that is pretty interesting.
Actually, what is your conversion rate?
Oh yeah, okay. Right now we've just launched the platform recently. After 5 years of development, test and try technology with different applications, different industry. So we launched it recently, and we succeeded to have a pretty clear, encouraging response of the market. So we signed all the key players in our local market, which is Quebec. So we signed with Remax Quebec, which is the leader, Sutton, Via Capital. We also have Proprio Direct. And we're going to have also other news to come shortly. So basically, all the majors are adopting our technologies, but our end customers is not the real estate agencies such as Remax Quebec. You know, those kind of agreement, the only thing they're doing is that we are going to work together. They're going to collaborate with us first to integrate the technology on their portal, and segundo to promote the technology inside their network of real estate agents. So our end customer is the real estate agents. And on this, we started to pitch our technology in April you know, to make the first presentation, and we're very pleased with the result we have. On the first pitch of our technology, we're converting 30% of real estate agents into customers. You know, and our goal is pretty simple. When you become a customer on our platform, on what we call the AVU 3D platform, you're going to generate an average of $150 per month in terms of revenue. So our business is pretty easy to modelize from that matrix, because you just need to know how much subscriber do you have, multiply per month $150, and you're going to have basically our revenue. So if we look at in the short term, all the success we have in Quebec, we certainly we're very confident that we're going to reach probably 1,500, 2,000 subscribers per month on our platform. So the revenue can be very interesting to watch in the next couple of months on the technology. So now, yes, sorry, Christian.
About the revenues, because revenues last quarter in the last quarter they were down. So where do you expect actually to have that inflection point where we're going to start to see revenues accelerating for Urban Immersive?
But that's a good question, because you know the revenue went down because of a strategic decision we've took. When we launched our real estate platform recently, in the same time we decided to stop doing only services, because you know since the inception of the business back in 2007, our revenue were mostly services revenue, one-time fee. Okay. So and it's a very labor-intensive business with very tight gross margin. And so what we decided is, if we provide visual content to home builders in 3D, it has to be on our AVU 3D platform. So we're making a shift of this business, the services business, on AVU 3D platform. So we knew from the start that that would have had an impact on our revenue, because we have to, you know, make the transition in terms of price list and everything for our customer. So we had this impact. From the inflection point would be probably during falls, where you know we're ramping up in Quebec with all their new real estate agents, and in mean term and long term, the strategy we have take of making sure that each visual content production services we're delivering generate recurring revenue is going to be very beneficial for Urban Immersive revenue and also gross margin.
Actually, what markets do you plan to target for the next quarters? Is it mostly the Canadian side? Because I know you're strong in Quebec with all the major real estate brokers that you sign deals with. But what about the Canadian markets or the U.S.? What markets do you think is better, has the better growth prospects?
Yeah, I think you know, it goes very fast in Quebec. You know, we're very pleased with that. But you know, we have to admit that probably in the next 6 months there's nothing more we can sign in Quebec. So this is our local market. Toronto is part of our local market. You know, same time and everything. The most important thing for us is to go in the United States. You know, the technology is unique, has very strong differentiators. You know, social interaction in it. So for us, we're going to focus in the next month, in the next quarter, of working on the United States market. We want to be there, create the brand, secure our market, and make sure we create a new business there.
Talking of the U.S. market, because you see in Quebec, it's mostly a couple of few players, Remax, Capital, and Sutton, etc. But in the U.S., how's the real estate market doing? Is it like more fragmented, more? Yeah,
it's more fragmented. You still have huge players such as Remax Quebec, by the way, which is the most performant franchise of Remax in the world, apparently coming from what they're saying. But you still have huge players. But yes, the market, the dynamic of the market there in real estate is very different. There's a lot of small players, 500, 1,000 real estate agents. Real estate agents into the agencies, but you provide us many opportunity also to make new sales. So we're ready to
attack.
To attack, exactly.
Knowing there's big players like such as Zillow, there's also Trulia. What differentiates your company from those big players? Because I was talking Zillow of like a market cap of almost $2 billion.
Exactly.
So you was a small company, not even like $10 million market cap?
Not even that, 4 million today.
4 million? So how do you intend to play against the big players?
But I mean, you know, we don't want to play against them because, you know, when we talk about Zillow, Trulia, we're considering them mostly as comparables, you know, in terms of operational metrics. You know, we're going to compare ourselves with them, you know, on the average revenue per user, on the cost of acquiring customer, the speed in which they subscribe, they have new subscriber and everything, the web traffic they're doing. But in terms of product, their products are completely different of what we're offering in the market. You know, we're more in the visual content product side, they're more on the data product side. So there are more comparables, and they even could become partners. We never know, you know. Our real competitors, the direct competition we have, are providers offering visual content to the real estate market. And there's a lot of players, from the small photographer freelancer, to huge player like Visual Tour in the United States. They're mostly private company. We don't have a lot of information about them, but what we know, what we saw from their offering, they're not offering, you know, a platform that combines high-quality visual content, social interaction with 3D avatars, and the 3D, you know, experience that looks like a particular gaming experience, you know.
So that's what makes you different than the others.
This is the biggest differentiator we have, and you know, we have a couple of. Right now, we have 2 patent pendings on our technology. So we want to secure a market with the, you know, by protecting also the IP, but also by creating a strong brand. And on that side, it appears that we're having a clear result.
All right. Now I saw on your website that you also sell your licenses to other domains, other players in other domains. Like what other domains could that technology, AVU 3D, is that the name?
Yeah, AVU 3D is the name.
And which domain could it be applied?
Yeah, that's a good question, Christian, because from the start, when we started to develop our immersive platform, we test a lot of applications with it into a lot of industry. We've learned much, you know, like for an example, the platform can be used to create games. In our recent press release, we have announced that, you know, we license our technology to gaming companies, serious game companies. So, you know, and this is why we have the multi-user capacity today, because back in time when we wanted to create games with our technology, but we needed to have this capacity of having multi-user, multi-player inside the environment. So, but it tells you in the same time that this is a very strong technology because it can support game. And one of the company we licensed recently, the game they have done, the company is called Creo. It's one of the games they have done succeeded to be nominated for a prize. So it's pretty cool. There's different industry where we can license the technology.
You have the name of the game? No,
no, not the name of the game, but the company is called Creo.
Creo,
which is one of our partner. We can license our technology. Their technology can be used in security. We have a partner called Genetec, which is a worldwide leader in security. So we've licensed them our technology, and they're independent of us. You know, I just touched the loyalties of what they're doing, but they have integrated our technology to synchronize the 3D environment with the video camera, a video surveillance camera. So we have the gaming, like I mentioned. We also have other industry like the architectural, to validate architectural plans. We're going to have a couple of news to announce on that side also. So yes, we've decided to focus on the real estate market.
Why?
Because we can't be everywhere at the same time. So our strategy is for all other applications where our technology can have nice applications. We license the technology, they're independent, they do what they want, and we touch loyalty. On our side, we know the real estate market from the start. You know, it's our core business since we create a company. It's a deep market. It's a market that provides repeat business. It's a market that once they adopt you, they keep you. So for us, and also it's a market that visual content is very important. So we have all the elements for a success in this market. So this is why we're focusing and we're operating the real estate market.
What is actually because I was looking at in your fact sheet, there were some stuff that you wanted for your growth strategy. So far, what are the challenges that you have faced and the actions you intend to take to continue your growth strategy?
That's a good point, because with the success we have right now in our local market, there's no doubt that we could bootstrap our growth and basically, you know, become a profitable company. But this is, you know, what we want. We want to take advantage of our uniqueness of our technology to speed up the growth. So the biggest challenge we have, if we want to acquire a lot of customer, is to raise capital, basically, because to speed up the customer acquisition process, you need capital to do it, because there's a cost for acquiring customer. You know, depending on the region, it's between $50 to $100 if you want to do it in the same year. So basically, it's all about that. This is our biggest challenge, and this is one of the reasons we went public, basically, because we wanted to ease the process of raising capital in order to keep a good pace of deployment on the market.
Okay, but in the U.S., like, if you want to target the U.S., is it going to be also like a big challenge, because you're talking in a foreign country, also a new market for you guys? Like, you guys already have the cash balance in your coffers to be able to do that, or what's your strategy? How do you intend to be able to?
We have a complete strategy to go in the US, and the next couple of months you will see also sign of our work that we're doing there. We were just coming back from New York, where we presented our technology, and
how was it there?
It was tremendous. The reception was tremendous, and create a lot of interest. I'm going back again next week. Our strategy is very simple. I mean, it's like, you know, it's the war of business. I mean, you want to occupy very strategic regions to make sure that you can raise the flag and say, hey, we exist. This is the brand, this is the technology. Once we succeed that, we're going to spread out in other small regions. So the strategy is well set right now. It's just a question of execution. Okay,
excellent. So what could we expect for Urbanimmersive in the next month, and why should investors looking at your company right now, because it's mostly for long-term investors, because it's not a company that's really
it's a micro cap, exactly.
So why should it consider a company as his next investment, and what's coming for Urbanimmersive for 2013 and the beginning of 2014?
You know, for an investor looking to participate in a micro cap that is ramping up right now, I think we're the best company, because when you take a look on what we've done in the next couple of, what we've done recently, you know, signing all the key majors, what you have in hand is a huge opportunity, because you have a company that has a very strong technology, very unique, with the, you know, IP protections, with a marketing strategy all in place. So the technology is there. We're not developing the technology, we're commercializing it, and the market is adapting it. And the company has all the potential to go in the United States and make some huge number there. So it's a good opportunity for an investor. And also, if you take a look at our board of directors, you will see that there's a strong name there. We have a very experienced board of directors with and also experienced management team. So now what you will see in the next couple of months, you will see some operation metrics rising, because, you know, we do have the deals, we're converting them, so you will see some tangible results of our effort. And hopefully also you will have some sign of what we're doing in the United States.
All right, no problem. So Mr. Lemire, thank you for coming by.
It's a pleasure.
We definitely look forward to know what's going on, especially in the US, because that's a key in your growth strategy.
It is,
That's what I think. So
thank you, Ghislain.
We look forward to hear from you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Lemire.